K1 Community, Jeff Wiggum, Acts 10. Let's get in a little more detail. These are the maps I'm going to put up so you can always pause it and get a form of reference of where we are in the world in these stories. Also, where these stories come from, and they're not that far back. You can track who and then when and then where. So just pause on any of these slides if they're helping you to dig in a little deeper. But it's not just these Acts of the Apostles are not just happening in space or myths. They're a part of a story, and they're reaching back to the story of a relatively small book, right? A compilation of books called the Bible. Okay, it's also a matter of when. This is the current stuff. You know, where we are in time, who's doing what, where are they rolling around. Pause and look at it. Okay, so let's just get into it with a little more detail. Acts 10, verse 1, there was a centurion, a certain man, right? Cornelius, a centurion. Okay, so y'all have done the reading, so I'm just going to hit it. So we got the centurion, and that he feared God. And where was he? He was in Caesarea. Okay, so Caesarea, named after Caesar, very Roman. This dude, probably very Roman, right? But he had heard something, and he was devout, and he loved God, and he was a giving man, which is very closely associated. But he had a vision, right? And an angel spoke with him, and he sent him to Joppa. Said send men to Joppa to get Simon Peter. Okay, so it was a centurion. It's like he's up there a little bit. He's a captain of people. And then at the same time, Peter's down there, so he got his household servants and soldiers and sent them down there. But now Peter, while they were traveling down there, saw this vision of these unclean animals, stuff you're not supposed to eat, not food, coming down. And though he was hungry, he was in a trance, it says, and he saw heaven opened with this sheet. Now, this was down here in Joppa, Lydia. He was already seeing the power of the Holy Spirit, raising somebody from the dead, right? Healing. So once we start up here in 12, all manner, right? All kinds of stuff. And said, rise, Peter, kill and eat. And he's like, no, I don't think so. But God basically said it 3 times and was definitely hitting them with the difference between what's common and unclean. So I'll take a second on this slide. But Peter's doubting it. So, I mean, he's struggling with this thing. Okay, so he's wrestling with what's going on. The Goyim, that's the name for us, from the Jews. We didn't know that. We know something, right? The gospel's going out to us. So I think there's something. I don't think he takes away the fact that pig eating food or a turtle eating food or a snake or a snail or sadly shrimp and crab or lobster. That still never was food. I think that's still whatever it is. We don't want that because we love. I just ate some shrimp and some barbecue last 72 hours. But let's go down here. The fact is, so we can think about that. But more likely, it's talking about people. But guess where these people come from? They're not just sitting out there like perfect, pure people that look just like the Jews. No. They got all kinds of like this crab, Shiva here, dude, with chick dude, whatever. They're out there cutting out trees and bringing the spirits out of the trees and making all these crosses. Now the Catholics still got this going on, but you know what I'm saying. They're out there worshiping who knows what kind of gods. They're definitely worship Baal worship. They got basically it's the whole devil thing. They might think it's God or Jesus or something like that, but not really. Everywhere it is, whatever it is, they're worshiping something. So that's who the guys are going for that are unclean. There's probably good reasons to think they're unclean because there are probably a lot of them are nasty. I don't know about the Romans, but they're worshiping. They got a bunch of temple prostitute. Who knows what's going on? But nonetheless, so as we're about to wrap up this first little piece through 17, let's just look. But basically, God tells them to go doubting nothing. Right? You've heard me. So don't go doubt anything. And Peter's fixing to get on the road with these boys and end up in Caesarea. And that's where we're going to pick up next time.